and welcome to Bakerstreet.coasters, where today we're here at the Alton Resort for their Oktoberfest event. Now this is their first official event which they announced at the start of 2024, so it'll be really cool to see what the park has in for offer. Now as we all know, this park is open till 7 PM or the latest 7:30 as their last event. And it looks amazing from Tower Street over here too. So yes, please do remember to subscribe. I'll keep you updated for the whole entire day with the new updates and the shows. So yes, smile always. Not only the frogs are dressed up, but we also have the ducks, the famous Alton Towers ducks, we all know that. And it's very cool to see they've done this. We've done it in the past with the opening of Nemesis Reborn and being with the Phalanx. We've seen them with birthday bashes and hats. And now we have Oktoberfest. It is very cool to see this. Cannot wait to see what they do at Halloween, the Scarefest. That'll be top notch, trust me. So last time we were here, this was actually a birthday cake shaped as a tree. Now it is this huge thing, some sort of fantastic thing. I absolutely adore this. This is quite cool theming. It really does bring the way and the future forwards towards what Scarefest would be in October. Now as we can also see here, we've got Oktoberfest with their banister and with their huge entrance sign and everything. And we've also got the banisters back up, which we saw. Now I find this really funny because we saw this, well, some of them, back when it was Lad Baby and they used it for that, so you know that's pretty cool. Now looking at today's shows, we've got the, I'm really not going to pronounce these but I will anyways, we've got the Berkeller Oompa show, sounds like Oompa Loompa, at 11:45, 2:30 and 5:15, the Party Pilots 12:30, 3:15 and 6 o'clock, Oktoberfest Sing Along at 1 o'clock, 3:45 and 6:30, the Lebath Tanzan show 1:30, 4:15, 7 o'clock, and then we have the Party band which is at 2 o'clock, 4:45 and to whip it off 7:30, which is quite good to see. Now I'm not quite sure if this is open or not, but we could look around a little bit. I mean this looks really stunning, and then you've also got the permanent cover over where the stage would be and where you sit, which is really good. I mean, you've got all these stuff that's rethemed from CBB's Land. You also got some new stuff here, like new games, some named Battle Axe. But yeah, I have to tell you, the investment towards this is very good. And like I said, it really does shape the future of Alton Towers and how it is really becoming that fully fledged theme park. We've also got, you know, we've got like this cool centerpiece there. You can sit down, have drinks. But it is mainly for drinking, of course, because, you know, nothing like CBB's Land. It's like Christmas theming, nothing like Thorpe Park. I mean, what's Thorpe Park going on about with Christmas trees? I'm not quite sure what that's all about at the moment. But yeah, it looks very good. It's very cool to see the music being rethemed over here too. That is quite cool. But yeah, like I said, the park is open till 7:30, but the rides close at 7. So that gives us 9 hours in the park, which is very unique actually. And then we've also got Scarefest, like I said, and I mentioned like millions of times, around the corner, which is open 10 till 9. That's 11 hours in the park. It's very nice to see Spinball Wizard back open with its single rider. Also, Daz Games, Panic Reloaded. So yes, Daz Games is coming back to the resort. Now this was backed by popular demand and it is for a Scarefest maze in October. So I'm looking very forward to this. I didn't do the original one, so you know, it'll be very cool to see how this one is. And I can also feedback on other people's opinions on how it differs from last year to this year. Yeah, so we can tell Scarefest Reloading. They've hyped it up quite a lot, and it'll be very cool to see what they're. I've said this multiple times. We've also redone all the lighting for the park, including down here. Now it'll be very cool to see something down here, because quite a few years ago, we used to have so many lights. We had the Toxic Junkyard next door, which was over there, and basically, you just had all these lights, all these actors around. You don't see that anymore. but it was so fascinating. When I was like 6, I was like 8, 6. After a few months of them having their floodlights on the turf of each car park, we now have all these floodlights in here for Scarefest, and I think also Oktoberfest, as they are open later hours. I don't like the floodlights, and even though I have to be, but it really does wreck the power of the towers and the lighting. Because it was really good lighting on, like the Curse Ultraman last year, and it was really bad photo because you had this stupid floodlight which was not good. However, I do love the power of the towers for sure. Just look at it. We cannot wait to see Hex open soon. Apparently, you know, Hex, the legend of the tower, opened back in 2000. It is in the Coma Madhouse. And yeah, we also did house tours. I could do a house tour today, but I wasn't going to. But yes, they do house tours and garden tours as well. So they finally put a tent to these crates over here. Like they have done this all up. Now it could be either one of the few. It's definitely not the attic because that'll be in the towers. Could be compound. Could be Dad's Games, but that's down by Swimmer Wizard. Or it could be Altonville Mine Tours. But yet again, that is by the towers too, so I don't think it's going to be that. It's not Harryboat, it's not Amigos in the Afterlife. So I think that crate there is just for next year. It was in the depths quite a few years ago, pirate-based themed. It was here last year. So yeah, it will be very cool to see what they do to that Scare Maze attraction. They have rethemed it all. As we all know, the wood was rotting. There was just stuff in there which wasn't, well, you could theme it, but it just didn't have the right layout. There was bits you had to go outside. It just didn't make any sense. So it's really good to see that those crates are up, and you've got a tent over that thing. Could also just be used for a storage area, I'm not quite sure. So if you go down to the woods today, you're on 5 minutes 13. Now this is the first ever time I've actually seen this ride at open on 5 minutes. I'm not even joking, that is amazing to see. And especially when I've had the single rider open. Not many people, apparently my friend went on it 13 times yesterday using the single rider. The lights are on, but nothing's happening. Will we ever see Hex, the Legend of the Tower, back open for the Alton Towers Resort? Probably October, I'm not sure. Will we ever see the Skyride ever back open? I mean, we will do next year, but it's a multi-million-pound project. I haven't seen much work go into it over the years I've been here. However, you know, like I said, where's the work going on here? Nothing. I can't see a single thing being constructed or reconstructed. So about the multi-million-pound project, I'm not quite sure what it's all about. But yeah, I don't know. It just baffles me sometimes. Anyways, we are off to the Phalanx facility. Now it looks like new wiring has been put in place, and it may be something to do with the waterfalls. Come back to Nemesis. Now we do know that these waterfalls are a common problem. They've been a common problem since they had in the day. There are stuff in the ground that could suggest that this roller coaster may have its iconic red waterfalls back, but maybe not red, maybe just water. Construction update on concrete, literally concrete, guys. Now the blade has short cycles, it should be a lot longer, and Nemesis, as we all know, is my top UK roller coaster, and you know, it always is put up there for me with a passion. But yeah, so Blade is just isn't where it is at the moment. The oldest ride in the park, and you know, it just rusting little. Look, you look there, you've got the paintwork. Yes, I've been painting it all, but you can just see how it hasn't had that TLC in a long time. So you know, it'd be really cool to see TLC or even a different ride. It'd be really cool to see some sort of raised finger. Hello. Right, we've just done the Cursor Alton Manor, guys, and I can tell you now, and I know this for a fact. The trauma tunnel isn't working, and the guy literally felt so enthusiastic about it. With the fact that he went on for 4 weeks. I know it hasn't been on for quite a while actually. Now we are going on the runaway mine train. Hashtag choo choo. Choo choo. On the runaway mine train, absolutely amazing ride. Also, when the cursor to man, I did tell you about how the thermal tunnel is not working. And another thing which is not working today, or isn't on, even though it's got enough water here to be on, Congo River Rapids. Now, Congo's not giving it all it's got today. This is because it is raining. However, it looks like water is filling up. But this is probably because, you know, it's all drained down here and haven't drained it all yet. But yeah, we are off to the Wicker Man. Now, yesterday the fire alarm went off on the Wicker Man, and there were big speculation about if it's going to be open today. It is open today, and that's a very good thing. I did go on it last time I went to Alton Towers, but as the first time I went on it since it was closed before. I can tell you now, it's so intense, and the fire's back on, especially in the rain. This is good. So yes, guys, if you don't want to do, please remember to subscribe. Let's keep this going. Fortunately, no flames today, even though I said there was. Now I'm pretty sure that back there is where the field or something like that. Some sort of I actually don't remember, I can't now. One of the burial grounds, that's what it is. The scare zone, which is going to be free this year. But yeah, I think that's where it's going to be. And it looks very good, but you know, I've never been in it myself, so I couldn't tell you until the day. Waiting here for the Wicker Man now for at least 45 minutes, 35. We've estimated 35, and we've still got quite a lot to go. I spoke to Bianca, and apparently it was down for maintenance. Well, it was down for quite a while. We think it's because they put another car on, but I'm not quite sure. Very loud! We just did the Wicker Man. This was my second official time on it since it closed, and I tell you now, it was so disorganised. So firstly, basically there was a weather issue. I messaged Bianca, and Bianca said it wasn't a weather issue, it was because they were adding a new car on. So that was the first instance. Then the second instance was the worst, because we got to the pre-show bit, and the next thing you know, so like one of the doors were open and then the other wouldn't close. Basically they couldn't start it. The guy was asking us, is anyone there doing anything? And basically there was no one by the door, so they just left the doors open to the entrance to the ride, closed the doors behind us, started the pre-show, and that was just so disorganised. I cannot tell you, worst ride ever on Wicker Man. Yeah, again, it is better than waiting 4 hours for this coaster. So we're off for lunch now. It's been alright. I can also hear Oktoberfest over there. That's quite cool. He's more Battle Galleons, even though it has been raining. I'm not joking, it's been raining. But yes, it is a really good day here at Alton Towers. So, and like I said, the last show here for Oktoberfest is at 7:30. And I did message Bianca on go. It's very cool to see that even though the rides are closed, they're still putting events on to keep people in the park, buying some money, buying alcohol later on. So that's really good to see. Anyways guys, smile always, and I'll continue my trip. Now another thing which I find really cool. Now for Oktoberfest, there wasn't much lighting around the park. Now they are really pushing Scarefest this year, because there was so many lighting, LED bulbs, everything around the park, like lighting there. It looks very good, and I cannot wait to see, and I keep saying this, cannot wait to see what's in store for us at Scarefest. But yeah, Oktoberfest looks very good at the moment. We haven't gone round it yet, but it looks very good, and the stage as well. It's all themed up, all the lights on and everything. But yeah. So like I said, got our lunch with the sausage roll. Is still on there from last time we went to Alton Towers. We've also got these wreaths on here. Now, we know down at Fort Park they have Christmas trees. Don't get what that's all about, but we've got wreaths, that's alright. but it looks so much better here than Foot Park. I keep saying that with a passion. Now it's time to face the Smiler in the rain. Oh, I'm gonna dread this, guys. We've done it before, and I can tell you now, it is the most painful experience. Now, the fact that it's so rusty, and it's also raining, it's going to be the more painful experience. The worst experience. But you know, it's always worth a trip. It's really good to see that the Smiler is also on in the rain. Now, I don't know. Oh, wait, hang on. Now, I don't know if it is only just because it's raining, but I can tell you now, this is not a huge queue line. 25-minute queue line for the Smiler. This has got to be the most least people ever. And my shoes are soaking. Da 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 da. So, a bit of a history, but this here used to be from Madame Tussauds. Now, Madame Tussauds used to be home to the planetarium in London, and then it got transformed to Madame Tussauds, fully fledged. Now, the inside of that contraption has basically been transported to London Science Museum, and then the outskirts have been transformed here on Oblivion. That's some good history for you guys. Very cool. See the lights back on in here too. Even though that's not working there, and that there isn't spinning. And Altonville Mine Tours looks very good. They've also got, well, they did have a megaphone, it's kind of fell into the floor. But you know, it looks very good at the moment, and I cannot wait to experience it at Scarefest this year, as I am doing the Scare Mazes. I'm so excited! But yeah, I did them quite a few years ago, and I'm going to do them again. Looks like some TLC needs to be done here, because Alton Towers Dungeon is no longer here at the resort, as it's going to be Amigos in the Afterlife. Starting like this. Wow! I feel good! Feel that I would now. I feel good. I knew that I could now. So good, so good. I got you. I feel nice. Like sugar and spice. I feel nice. Like sugar and spice. What's so nice? First time this year, after me whining it and breaking the record 25 times last year in a day, I'm back on Spinball Whizzer, guys. Now, this is a spinning roller coaster at the exact same date, exact same time as Dragon's Fury at Chessington. Now, I've been doing many posts about this. Like I said, this is the first time in at least a year I have done this. So it's very, very cool to see Spinball Whizzer back open, and it also has a single rider queue. So guys, head back, hold on tight, because here we go. That has to be amazing. Also, this is Dad's Games. Don't panic, guys. Yes, that is Dad's Games, don't panic. But very cool to see Spinball Whizzer back open. I am the world record breaker on this roller coaster. It's amazing. So like I was saying, I find it really surprising when I found out about how this opened the exact same time as Spinball Whizzer at Chessington World of Adventures. The exact same layout, well, not the exact same layout, this is the, I'd say Chessington, Dragon's Fury has to be the better, more spinning coaster out of the two in the UK. But you know, that is up for opinion base. That noise too. Oh, here we go. It's a bit annoying. We'll head back, hold tight, here we go. Believe it or not, guys, but Spinball Wizard broke. I mean, we get that a lot at Chessington as well. You think Dragon's Fury, and you think, oh, breakdown. It's normally the ride that never opens on time. Spinball Wizard's a bit like that, you know. Always breaks down on the most rarest occasions. Really. Yes, Spinball Wizard has broken down, guys. I am actually so injured. I am not waiting in a queue where Spinball Wizard breaks down. There's no point.
Come on then, climb on those tables. Come on, louder than that. That's it. That's it. Make some noise, Alton Towers. Very good. Loving it. Now we're together nearly every single day singing.
Now the big question is, will we ever see Carl Cuckoo Land come back to the Alton Towers Resort? We will never know, to be fair. Got a car wash in there. I mean, there's not much theming in there, to be fair. Yeah, like I said, will we ever see it come back to the world of David Williams, this people place? I hope so, because one day, Carl Cuckoo Land is just out of this world. Like, Carl Cuckoo Land was the original version, and it used to be this area. And you know, world of David Williams kind of took over it. And they've just got this stupidness. I don't like David Williams much, but you know, it is what it is. I would love to see the 4D cinema come back, and I've said this multiple times. 4D cinema replaced with a different dark ride. It is quite a good dark ride, but it's the only dark ride in this area. Get the Queen up there too. So yeah. So apparently, this building used to be the 4D cinema. It's no longer 4D cinema. It's absolutely nothing in here. That's such a shame to see. It would be really cool to see that come back, but that is a really big shop. They're probably using it for storage or something like that. And there's no big thing about what's going on about Project Horizon either. Like, what is all this? Seriously. And there's like a clock there, it makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah, I just don't agree with the fact that there's a flat ride there which is temporary. They should have a installed permanent flat ride. I don't know what that's there for either. Don't even know what that car is, I can't lie. We also know that Nickelodeon Out of Control used to be in this building over here, and that's no longer there, so you know, it's just a bit of a shame to see. And there used to be a shop here and there's nothing there. Literally everything's been ripped apart. They've done this with other places too. Merlin just renowned for it. It's like, oh, this is an ice cream truck. But like, seriously? Oh, there's my brother on the 30 bounce. No. But yeah, they've got a theming there. But they've got nothing in there. That used to be a shop. This used to be Nickelodeon Out of Control, and in this building here used to be Nickelodeon. And then, there they are. Well, there you go. 30 bounce and boppers. But then, like, there's nothing here at all. Like, this is a really sad sign to see. But there's going to be amigos in the afterlife, along with Trick or Treat Town over there. Hello, Riley. Trick or Treat Town to me over there. As we know, this used to be many different things in the past. We've had a dark ride. I've been saying that every single ride here has been really, really quiet. And ever since they've added single riders, I have to tell you, 13, Spinball Wizard not so quiet actually. But it's really, really good to see the park quiet. But at the same time, it just worries me just a tad little bit. But yeah, no. We've also got blue lights, which I think is really cool. This will be really, really good at night. And then we also have what used to be known as Sanctuary, the Attic, which is coming back, and I cannot wait to do this scare maze in Scarefest. At Scarefest. But yes, we have got the Attic coming back. It wasn't here last year. It's always nice to see it come back to the resort. So we're going to head our way now to the Cursor Alton, do that again. And then we will get on a Nemesis Reborn and hopefully do Galactica if it's open. If not, we may have a chance to do Nemesis Subterra, but it is closed at the moment. I'm not quite sure why, but I've heard that's with a lot of downtime this year, which is not the best, but you know, it is what it is and we cannot change that. Now there are some floodlights which have been working over there. I also see a lot of many different lights, but because of how dark it is, that's fairly understandable. No lights can be actually seen, like it's not dark yet. They're not really dark, and I hope it doesn't rain either. But yeah, floodlights ain't on. I don't like the floodlights, like I said, and you know, they kind of take away from the experience of having these really magical lights, but they have to be in place for emergency purposes. But I absolutely adore it. It really is a good. There's one of the floodlights there. But yeah, I absolutely adore the power of the towers today. I mean, yes, we had some instances with the Wicker Man, with how that was literally not open at one point, and then it reopened 5 minutes later after me messaging Bianca Summit, the lead director of Alton Towers. But you know, it's a good day. Got on all rides. Did Wit at 13 twice. Did Gangster Granny once. Really nice to see Spinball Wizard be back on with a single rider queue, because you know, it didn't need it for a while. I haven't been in it once. I did it 25 times in a day last year. I broke the world record on that roller coaster. But unfortunately, we just haven't had time to go in it. We were going to go in it earlier, and it was like a 40-minute queue, and I was like, no thank you, not today. So we haven't went in it. If I did hype it up quite a while back. It's got CBB Sand, which I don't think will be used quite a lot. I haven't seen much go around about CBB Sand. Not even the monorail. The monorail is quite old-fashioned, so that does say a lot about the park. So yes, last view of Tower Street. Like literally Oktoberfest, and I cannot wait to see this. I'm going to say it again at Scarefest, because this is going to be the most amazing event ever. Now I swear, if it is going to be something like last year, I say that wasn't the best. But it'd be really cool to see it this year be the best it can be. And they should top Thorpe Park. Like we did Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest has been alright. Scarefest will top Thorpe Park's Fright Night with a passion, especially when it is at the biggest theme park in the UK and the 5th biggest theme park in Europe. Now, one thing I didn't mention to you guys is the audio earlier was playing the wrong thing. So it was like, oh, telling you, oh, welcome to the day of Alton Towers. And then straight after that, it was also giving you, oh, goodbye, nice to see you. That is because the Alton Towers soundtrack and the system got reset. Now, I had to speak to Bianca about that. It seems like it has been reset and it has been all fixed. But, you know, it kind of brought me a little bit off course. You go to the park to find out they're telling you to leave. Just a little bit. Yeah, but, you know, it is one of those things. You're not going to always get it right. And that's a fair point. Like I say, it's been a really, really good day here at the Alton Towers Resort with a passion. Oktoberfest is a definite go-to if you do want to go to it, of course. It's a shame that all the lighting, you would love to see at night, but I feel like all this lighting ain't going to go away anytime sooner. I bet it's going to be the best ever. And I feel like they're planning for something huge. Like, they're getting all their lighting ready. It's just going to be amazing. It will be one of the best events they've ever put on. And the last scare maze I'm going to get in. Compound. Now, this is a facility unit, but not only that, it's also going to be shared with this is going to be shared with it's going to be a compound facility unit, and then it's going to be a storage area that Alton Towers use. Now this is very cool because Scare Maze. Firstly, I don't like how the fact that Scare Maze is right next to the toilets. But thirdly, it's really good because you got the Nemesis Younglings there, and then you go down to Nemesis Terror, about Nemesis Egg, and then of course you have Nemesis Reborn itself. So that's very good to see. But yeah, I'm not quite sure why it's right next to toilets. I don't get how that's going to work, but you know, it's a never done before thing. And it should have been cursed at Alton Manor, but we couldn't add onto that story anymore. That's how I know that. Time to go on a ride that I haven't been on for quite a while. Nemesis Sub Terror. You can see our new planks are good. Now I wasn't here for opening day, unfortunately. So this is what I mean. So you got Compound, which is the Nemesis Younglings. You then have Nemesis Sub Terror, which is the Nemesis Egg, and then you have Nemesis Reborn. Kind of makes sense if you do it in order. Nemesis. I don't know how much you can see from that, but that's going to be Project Ocean. That is Project Ocean construction update. Looks very good, but you know, I don't know what it's going to be. Nobody knows what's going to be. All I know is there's a huge crane there. So we just had 2 rides out on the Blade, 1 ride in Gattaca, and now we're going back onto Oblivion. No, go back on Oblivion. No, we're going back on Nemesis. Cannot wait for this ride. So that is it from me, Bakerstreet.coasters, from the Alton Towers Resort. Absolutely amazing day, not even joking. Got on the Blade 4 times, Nemesis Reborn 3 times, Galactica once, Curse Alton Manor once, Smiler once, Oblivion once. They've done so much. Gangster Granny, Rita, 13 twice. It has been such an amazing day. Thank you so much, Riley. So yes, smile always, guys. Please remember to subscribe. What do you have to say, Riley?
Hi.
He says hi.